What's up, y'all? Welcome to We Think We Know. 20-year-old mentalities try to solve world hunger type of issues.
Which money?
People will always be pissed off at billionaires and millionaires.
Yeah, I don't think this is something I can watch with my parents around. Expectations.
I love how we running this up, bro. Whether talent or hard work, which one is more important?
Make sure we don't put any phones on the table because if the vibration gets us, the mic's gonna
or you can just have it on don't vibrate.
Don't vibrate, and then try not to tap the table, and try not to like move your legs like that because it picks it up.
It picked up my leg moving?
Yeah.
It picks up your thoughts, George. Come on.
Okay.
What did I just say?
We can have this as part of the intro. What's up, y'all? Welcome to We Think We Know. We're 20-year-old mentalities trying to solve world hunger type of issues. Y'all see that there's another one of us here today. Emilio, please introduce yourself real quick.
Hello, guys. My name is Emilio.
Who are you? Okay, leave.
I'm Jeremy.
Okay, my name is Emilio. What can I say about me?
Where do you come from? Where do you come from? How'd you get here? And
your blood type. And your social insurance number too.
Yeah. And
okay.
if you could give me your pin, that'd be nice.
Okay, cool.
I know this one prince in Africa.
Well, I was born in Colombia. Came here to Canada almost 8 years ago. And that's it. I lived between Toronto and London right now. More in London than Toronto, but yeah.
Between, like, in Milton?
Say Milton, I think right now. Yeah, no, I'm come and go. And then, what else do you ask for? Social number is 5. That's it. No, ready to go.
Okay, cool.
Cool?
Alright, what's the first topic?
The importance of talking to yourself.
Ooh, great
topic. That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know where you brought that one up, but that's a good one.
Do you think it's important to talk to yourself?
Okay, George, yes sir.
Okay, I'll start off. I think daily affirmations are key if you want to do anything. If literally anything, if you want to achieve anything bigger than yourself, daily affirmations. Big thing. It's a big deal. For example, just telling yourself I'm grateful when you don't feel grateful, because sometimes emotions come and go, but if you tell yourself I'm grateful to bring up that emotion, that alone can push you to do something that you didn't do, that you weren't going to do that day.
I listened to a lot of Alan Watts, and he personally said that I'm not sure how long back in the day it was, if you talk to yourself you consider mad like crazy.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't.
No, that was what's it called? What's his name? Oh my god. The genius, the smart dude with the crazy hair.
Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein?
Yeah. I forgot his name. I remember his face. I remember the big nose, big hair.
Crazy hair, dude.
So. Like Albert Einstein? You do every morning. I used to live with you. You forget.
But I had a long hair. Not anymore.
No. Okay, but what's it called? Albert Einstein said that, I don't know if he said it, but they said that geniuses talk to themselves. Albert Einstein used to talk to himself.
Yeah, no, I do believe, I strongly believe in talking to yourself. But there is a point, no? There is a point. But yeah, I do talk to myself every time. In the
every
car.
Time?
Yeah.
Every time? Every time you do what?
Talk to myself.
Oh, I'm sexy. Like, yeah, Emilio, you're good.
It's not about that.
Like,
it's more like, there are more situations. It's more like, you're driving, you start saying, oh, you know what, this... Even, for example, driving, I imagine myself doing a podcast talking about, I don't know, financial freedom, of talking about...
You talk to yourself when you drive?
Yeah, I do, every single time.
And that's why you got in that last car accident? Yeah, that makes sense.
I have not been in a car accident, and I hope I never will be in a car accident. I want to jinx anything or anything like that, but yeah. No, I'm a good driver. What are you saying, George?
No, I think daily affirmations is super important.
What if there's a world that you can't talk to yourself? Would you think things will differ?
What do you mean? If there's a world that you
let's pretend for some reason God made us in a way that no, you cannot have these you can't think to yourself.
And it just doesn't work. It's
just you don't have that.
Then you wouldn't hear the voice in your head.
You won't hear a voice in your head.
We'd be robots, I think.
Yeah,
no, but we'd be. I think shit would go south faster because you would just be focusing on your emotions. rather than like, because your thoughts are kind of like filters of your emotions. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Yeah, does that make sense?
So
Okay, before you do anything, before you do or say anything that came from a thought, if you can't think because you can't talk to yourself, because a thought is just you talking to yourself. If you can't think, then you're just leading off an emotion. So you would literally just act more emotionally than you would if you were to think things through. Does that make sense?
okay.
So I think shit would go south, or
So does your conscious of emotions?
More like that. I think it's more like that.
like what?
More like a more. I
Look,
think
if you like, because I'm saying I don't know where I'm trying to get at with this.
I feel you.
I'm trying to.
Rough
I
start
know
for
what
today,
with your
guys.
conscience. Like, if you have no conscience,
Yeah.
and you said you can act on your emotions more.
well, you know what I think.
So do you say emotions and conscience coincide with each other or not?
No. The thing is, because okay, think about it like this: your emotions are reactions to. Your emotions are just reactions to whatever scenario you're around. Doesn't mean that it's the right thing to do. Your thoughts are more your consciousness than anything else. Does that, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because you have to think things through before going at it. Like, for example, if,
Yeah, I agree.
like, I might be super pissed at you one day and be like, I want to fucking kill you, but I'm not going to kill you because obviously I don't want to clean it up and I don't want to be committed murder.
And there's also the fact that killing someone's wrong. Well, you don't want to.
Well, that's where the conscious comes. When in reality, the conscious actually allows us to understand what's right and wrong, and the emotions are there to actually portray that decision that you make based on the conscious. So there are people who
Say that again.
So basically, there are people who have a conscious. They know what they're doing. Let's say, for example, I kill you. I know I kill you. I wanted to kill you. Emotions and conscious, even though I knew I was wrong, my emotions went against my conscious, and I kill you. And that's it.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
But often the emotion the conscious try to control the emotions, even though the emotions can actually control the conscious. Because sometimes for example.
Wait, say that again?
Yeah. So
Can I get my notepad? And you
so think about it this way. It often happens when, for example, you come to your house, you see your wife cheating on you. The emotion.
It often happens? I'm sorry, bro.
Not to me. I don't have a wife right now. When it often happens to couples. I've heard of a story of a guy who and actually back in London, Colombian guy, and then the guy comes see the wife with
Somebody,
with the affair.
Yeah, another dick.
Another guy. Yes. So what happens is that the anger actually blinds you. Basically, you don't know what you do. So you're no longer conscious of what you're doing. The emotions takes over, and the guy can actually kill the wife and the guy. When the anger goes away, the conscious comes up. What the hell did I do? You know what I mean? But it is a moment. There is a moment of reaction. So basically, usually, human being will try to match the conscious with the emotion. But sometimes the emotions can take over the conscious, and there is nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? And it happens only.
So when people get trial, like, do they take emotion into factor? Because there's sometimes.
Yes, there's a passion crime.
A passion crime.
Yeah, that's
actually, yeah.
Those scenarios.
Yeah,
Because I was thinking about that. Because, like,
I don't know if that's the exact
you're
word.
not yourself.
Y'all can fact check me on this, like I usually say, because I sometimes just talk out my
I don't
ass.
think there's
But, like,
something, yeah.
there's something like if you look at it, there's like if you Google passion crime, the actual word is gonna come up where it's kind of like it was a act of passion, where the guy kills the dude for sleeping with his wife.
Yeah. No, it happens. Or the guy kills
The wife,
his own wife. Yeah.
Which is but when it comes to that, I don't believe that there's nothing the guy can do to not kill his wife or the dude. I think it's just a lack of I mean no one's prepared for it, but it's a lack of preparation. Emotion, but through emotional discipline. You know what I mean? It means the guy lets his emotions get a hold of him more than he's supposed to. More than he controls his emotions on a daily basis. Like, oh, I want a beer, but I've been fighting to get rid of this beer belly. I'm gonna grab the beer anyway. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand.
Like, it's the little things, like, oh, I should probably go clean up my room, but fuck it. You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then, like, through repetition, then that becomes the norm to allow my emotions to take the better of me. And then when something this epic happens, what else do you expect? Whether you have dudes that are like that go to the gym consistently, have that decision made, eat well properly, or like they have their little decisions, you know, make their little decisions every day regardless of how lazy they might feel that day, and then they catch their wife sleeping with another dude. They're gonna be the guys that'll be like, okay, look, it's over, we need to talk about this. I'm gonna grab my stuff, I'm gonna leave.
Do you think like anyone is like, no one ever is emotionally prepared, but like, do you think like some, like, compared to me and you, like, obviously I'm gonna act different than you act different. Like, is there a way, like, a threshold that, like, people abide by, I guess?
What do you mean?
Like...
restate that question.
Threshold being that, like, I guess more patience or more kind of a tolerance for that kind of... Because I'm thinking about passion card right now. Like, if, pretend me and you...
You
what
are
if
an
someone
item.
cheated on us or something,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought
Like,
you would.
me and you, like, we're gonna act differently.
Yes.
Do you think, like, what's a reasonable cause that we might just act differently? Is it just, like, the way of life, the way of
I think
how we
it's
carry
the
on
personality.
things?
I
How
think
the
it's-
personality.
Yeah.
What takes into account?
Built within, like, I think the personality is what the person has been exposed to through their life.
Because
I can't blame you.
Honest to God, like, if someone, like, if I saw someone in my bed when I came home and see my wife, I'm out. I'm not gonna give her any reasonable cause. I'm not gonna talk to her. I'm out. Like,
Me neither. Nobody would. Like,
I'm not gonna entertain
if you like, if for anybody that
I'm
does,
gonna be like, so this is what it is. Like,
Okay.
boom, that's it.
for anybody that does like give their wife the benefit, like not, I wouldn't say the benefit of the doubt because there's no doubt there was a dick in that vagina, but when like giving them like what did I thinking. This goes back to our previous podcast. Thinking, what did I do to lead to this?
There you go. That's a great question.
I think that's the
great
first question anybody should ask when
Oh,
someone
that's
cheated.
true.
What did I do to lead to
Because
this?
it's easy
Of
to
course.
condition yourself that, like, I'm the victim.
Yeah, like,
Of
oh,
course.
poor me. But, like, yeah, dude, poor you fucking sucks. But what did you do to get to that? What did you do to make your
Sad.
wife feel that she needed somebody else's...
For sure.
Yeah, that's
You know?
I completely agree with you in the sense that yes, you have a responsibility as well.
Low-key genius.
In that you have a responsibility on that situation eventually because these situations. I mean, nobody's vulnerable that these situations cannot happen. I mean, it may happen one day to someone that even do things right? But the most you do the most. I mean, the more you do the things right, the better. These situations are more avoidable. So the fact that what you're actually saying, it makes sense. The guy has some responsibility.
Okay,
Or the woman because
You just mentioned do things right. What would be doing things right? Because sometimes there's, like...
well, you want me to give you like a sermon about how to deal with marriage, George?
Go for it. We got an hour to fill, dog. So...
Well,
So-
we no one's been in a marriage before.
Well, no, none of us have. I mean,
Oh,
the closest to it is me. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah,
the
you're,
closest to it
you're
is-
practically married.
Yeah, but I mean, if you could, if you, what do you think it means? Make it like 4 simple steps.
Mhm.
What is it that to be right? Like to do things right. What exactly does that entail?
Well, you gotta
Like-
first of all you gotta love your wife. You gotta understand. First of all, when I
It's
say
Okay, but hold on.
Wait,
This
when
is
I saw-
selection process. So
Yeah.
before marriage,
Oh.
you don't love your wife because
Okay,
you don't
okay.
have a wife.
Okay.
So
Before marriage, you
Yeah.
gotta understand who the person is. You gotta get to know the person. Now, I know it's hard, and I know the methodology nowadays might not work the same way. But what you can actually do is get to know the person first as friend, or at least get to know the person with the purpose of knowing how the person is. Don't try to put like a costume and say, hey, I'm gonna try to be this superhero, and then when I get married with her, you end up being like a loser. No. If you're a loser, be a loser from the beginning. She's gonna like or not. She's gonna like you know. If she accepts you how you are, she might be a keeper. You know what I mean? And you gotta see the personality of the person. You gotta see, oh, this person is like this, like this, like this. Am I willing to go into that? Because it's for the freaking whole life, you know. That's why divorces come. Oh, I didn't know you were like that. Of course you didn't know because you were actually showing a different mask. Now take off the mask and actually show who you are. You know what I mean? If you're bad with money, oh, I'm bad with money. Okay, do I want to deal with this person who's bad with money, or do I want to get somebody else?
What was the deal breaker for you? Like, you told your significant other, I'm bad with money. She's like, I don't think I can be with you.
yeah, what would be a deal breaker? What's a deal breaker for all of us? What's a deal breaker for you?
A deal breaker.
You hear it, you're kind of like done. Bye.
I don't know. I could say, well, something I could say if it's a deal breaker. Let's say, for example, if I see that she's very flirtatious with everybody. Like she's really like I don't know. Like
Just
okay,
flirty.
let's say she's my wife.
Yeah.
And she could I could
No,
be
no, she's not your wife.
Oh no, well.
In this, we're in the
Let's say
selection
the
process.
prospect.
Are you
Yeah,
trying
okay.
to tell us something?
Okay, let's say she's my girlfriend.
Do you have
and stuff
someone
like-
in mind? Is this why you
No,
are you
no.
like inclining this to somebody else?
I'm not-
You're
I'm
not
not.
gonna be posting
I mean,
this on
you
Instagram.
I'm not.
You did go missing to London.
Yeah, for real. I mean, you went to London
When
for.
is your hat?
No, this is different. Okay, listen to me. Listen. No, I think let's say for example she's my girlfriend, but I see there is an issue where I actually see her like talking and being very. I mean, I can be the most secure guy in the world, but a person who actually seems to disrespect the other person throughout being like flirting and doing stuff with other guys. I see something like, do I want to take this into my marriage? You know, because if it's like that here, it's gonna be like that there. And I'm glad she's showing that instead of hiding that. You know what I mean? That could be a deal breaker for me. Something like yeah. I'm not saying she cannot be sociable or anything. Of course, but you gotta understand, and there is a line between being sociable and like
Yeah.
putting yourself out there. And also another thing is the way you dress, because that shows
That's
something.
that's the first time I heard that.
Yeah, the way you dress, man. Because there's some.
Hold on, what you're about to say it could be really like.
You
Well,
can.
no,
Some
no,
people
no.
might be
Some
very
people might
upset
drink-
with you at the end
what
of
do you
this.
mean?
well,
Our 20 viewers are.
there's a reason I'm single. There's a reason I'm single. No, but the way you dress, I'm saying that they're beautiful women, but sometimes women love. I guess the way they dress would actually tell me something about you. I'm not saying I'm looking for a conservative woman who
Okay,
actually
booty
covers.
shorts. Booty shorts.
Close
Booty
enough.
shorts. That shows a little bit of the bottom cheek.
No.
No
No,
bottom
no.
cheek. Not even a little.
Unless you're in my house with me.
A little bit of the bottom cheek. Summer. It's a hot day. She's got a tank top on.
I don't know.
A white tank. A white tank where you can see.
Well,
the
it's
bathing suit.
tough for me. It's just tough for me because at the end, like, what? I don't. Do you see myself going like
No
almost
stopping
naked?
you.
What? I mean,
no one stopping you.
No, like
I was gonna make a penile joke, but I will not.
no. This is my situation, my position. The way you dress kind of told me a little about yourself. I'm not saying, oh yeah, this is full yourself. You suck. No. But it told me a little bit. I'm not saying, of course, there are situations and there is a time for everything.
Do you think girls that dress like that are looking for attention? Like this is a room filled with testosterone, so
Mhm.
like there's no one to defend them. But I mean, do you think somebody
could be.
that dresses like that is looking for attention?
It could be, could not. In reality, there's so many situations, and I understand. Let's say, for example, fashion. There's an issue.
Coming from a dude's perspective,
Uh-huh.
back in London, do you remember that I used to walk to work without a shirt on, and that was like a 30-minute to an hour walk,
Mhm.
like without
You
a
used to
shirt
walk to
out the
the-
street.
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I
He
was
used to do that.
just like as soon as
Yo,
I step out
honestly,
the door, out, done.
One
I'm
word, one line,
good.
whatever makes you feel good about yourself, you can wear.
Yeah, and
That's me,
I
that's
think
me.
if you're confident enough to show a little cheek, go ahead, show a little cheek.
If you feel sexy,
But
feel
the-
sexy.
I think
bro.
what
I'm-
I think
I
what
don't have anything against
I
that.
think what no, you're being sexist. No.
Stop it. Take it.
I am sexist. No, I don't have anything against that. It's just like it will show. It will show me like I wouldn't go for a girl like that. That's all.
Okay.
But it's my own opinion.
So what do they have to be wearing for you to for the
Or
ladies that are
they will
listening
have
to this
wear,
saying I
like,
want to
you know,
cop that?
They
dude,
have
I
to
wanna-"
cover everything from here to up to the knee.
So they should be a nun then. They should go to the nun.
I'll find a nun. I'm gonna marry a nun, and I'm gonna be the first person on Canada to marry a nun.
Wait, you can't marry none, right?
No, you
No,
can't.
you
That's what I'm saying. No,
Okay,
no,
I'll do
no.
the first cut, eh?
No, but I.
Okay, hold on.
Hold your thought. I'll do the first
Pause.
cut.
Okay, we're gonna break right now.
I'll sit in whatever, and then Michelle was like, "I like your podcast." I'm like, "Oh, thanks."
Shout out to Michelle. Alright, we're back. So, with the question that everybody wants to know, every woman is holding their pants up thinking about this. What do they have to wear? What store do they have to go into to buy the items that will make you, Emilio, say, I want to marry that lady. I want to consider them as one of my
Well, I
as
don't
one of my
know,
potential future lifelong mates.
You know, there is
partners.
Dynamo, there is Garage. No. I think I like more like the intellectual kind of girls.
So they gotta wear a suit.
Wait,
No,
hold
no,
on,
no,
hold on,
no,
hold on,
no.
hold on, hold on,
No,
hold on.
no,
What does having them to wear about whatever?
Well,
having them to wear have to
it-
do with their
Fight,
mindset?
fight.
No, it tells me.
You can wear booty shorts and still be an intellect.
Yeah, no. You know what? That's complete. Like, I'm not saying anything about girls. Oh my God, she's wearing that. Oh my God, I'm not gonna get into. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm just saying is, I guess the fact that she's dating me and I get the line and the point where she wants to look attractive, and that's completely fine. And there is another point where she wants to go beyond that without no needs. You know what I mean? And what you were mentioning before, do you think girls try to attract? Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. You know, there are girls genuinely they actually want to wear that. They think, and that's fine. That's completely fine. In my opinion, I like more intellectual. I like more the kind of girls who are more like
Okay.
chill in the sense of.
But on Jeremy's point, because you keep saying intellectual, obviously I know you don't actually think that girls that wear booty shorts are stupid.
No.
No, it doesn't. I know that's not what you think. What I think you need to clarify what you mean by intellectual. Like it's not
Okay,
it's not like
Can you
being
match into
smart.
like a dress or
Well, it could be a dress. It could be, I don't know. Okay, let me
a card
explain.
game with like a shirt?
Let's say she has jeans. Let's say she has a shirt like a how do I call that?
Skinny jeans, a button up,
button up shirt,
button up.
or those.
So you want to date a dude? Is what you're trying to say?
But they, I have found, and this is something very controversial. This is something funny, but girls who wear guys' clothing, they tend to be a little sexy.
I'm with you on that.
Don't you?
I'm with you on that, but it's only it's not like guys' clothing, like go into like whatever. No, it's skinny. For me, my favorite outfit that my girlfriend wears, my favorite outfit is hers, her striped t-shirt, jeans, and her Vans. That just makes me want to just buy the world.
That's not too girly at all. Yeah, they look.
No,
good with
it's
that.
because I think it's because of how. Okay, I need you guys' thoughts on this. Oh wait, hold on. I'll backtrack because I said something on the break.
So
You dated somebody.
I thought you forgot about
You
it.
dated somebody that dressed. All respects to her, love her. She's cool. She's cool. I love her to death. A little bit promiscuously. She had.
There is a reason we're not together. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I
shots
hope she doesn't
fired!
watch this.
World Star.
I'm sorry, but I don't know who you are, but I'm
Not-
sorry.
Nah, just kidding.
My heart goes out to you.
No, I'm just kidding.
My
No,
other heart goes out that
So,
you dealt with this guy.
So, but because you guys did get into a relationship and it was a fairly long relationship on and off, you still went all hands in. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but no, you know what? I think on those well, I don't want to excuse myself and say yeah, no, but those were kind of different times. On those days, it wouldn't be as much as, for example, there is specifically. I know you're talking specifically about the day. I know you're talking about it, but.
I wish I lived with you guys.
But in this
you didn't have to at the time.
there was a specific a day, but on those days, like seeing that, I really realized, and I talked to people about it, and I realized, man, in reality, I couldn't move forward.
So was that more like a fault? You fault yourself for your selection process.
Yes,
So
that's basically.
Do you think? But hold on, because you obviously find that attractive. Because if not, you wouldn't have gone out with her.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still find that attractive? But if the person's personality attracts you more, would you still be good for booty shorts?
I think
By booty shorts, because there's booty shorts that don't show a little bit of the booty, but there's booty shorts that will show a bit of the booty. Would you be okay with that? Would you be
For the booty.
if the person's personality is so overwhelmingly like
great.
yeah, like to your standards, right?
No, I think that beats that.
Yo.
Because the personality is key. It's key too.
So pretend that like you live with your significant other and like she wears something that you don't like. Would you tell her to go change?
No, I wouldn't be able to. I gotta understand and respect her decisions. However, she might have known.
I'm just curious. I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't. Whatever.
No. I wouldn't do it. Especially, no. I don't think I would do it. But in this case, If she knows me well, she won't wear that. She's not gonna.
I like how
wear
everything just feels a full circle. You
But no. I wouldn't go and say, hey, go and change. I would tell my daughter though, go and change.
You know what? I joke around
I would
about
tell my
this.
daughter, though.
I joke around about this because obviously I don't expect it to actually ever happen. But if my daughter ever comes up to me and like is about to leave the house and I see she's wearing something promiscuous and like something that to my level promiscuous, where it's kind of like, bro, look, I understand.
once a dude.
You got your daddy's jeans, your body's hot, but bro, you better go upstairs and might as well get naked because that's what the guys are gonna see as soon as you walk out the door. And like. She'll be like, no, Dad, you're over there. No, put on a sweater and your nunnery clothing that we bought you yesterday.
Go to school today. School is forbidden for you. Yeah, so
Go
no,
watch
I
some
would tell my-
YouTube. Nah.
But yeah, no.
Would you tell? Okay, but hold on. What do you mean by something that you don't like? Like, so is it just like, oh, I don't like the way that looks on you, or is it like, oh,
But yeah,
that's
what
a bit
about
too
that?
much?
What if
Yeah, let's throw the heat on Jeremy.
Yeah,
I'm the
man.
coolie guy today.
What about if you're trying to say? I mean, let's say.
For my significant other?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say for example that thing that she's wearing, you don't like it, but not because you don't like it at all, because she looks fat. How would you address this situation?
Wait, fat?
Yeah, fat.
Fat or like just don't like the way it looks?
Oh, you don't like the way it looks. It might look.
Like
she might-
showing too much? Is that? I think that's what we're going at. Is it showing too much, or she looks fat and you're kind of
I was
like?
gonna go with showing too much. Cause
Yeah.
No, it's something that you don't like. What if, let's say for example, she might look fat on that. She might.
And I don't like it?
And you don't like it, but then
Why
would
wouldn't
you-
I like it though? If she likes it on herself, then that's
Okay, good. That's perfect. That's perfect. You know.
Okay.
that's none of my business.
I know that
Because
there's.
she's gonna come and ask you though. She's gonna, hey, how do I look? You gotta
I was like,
answer
how do you
fast and
think
say.
about it?
Immediately you're gonna be like, oh my god, you think I'm fat?
No, but I understand where you're coming from. It does
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
from a guy that
relationship,
lives with his girlfriend. Yes, that conversation does come up, but it's never like oh, you look fat, take that off, and it's never like that because obviously like you look beautiful. But
if that's the other
you
came
know
up to
what?
me
But
and asked
sometimes,
me-
but I know what, like for example, come from my perspective, from experience. If it was like a dress or something that's been used before, I know what complaints are gonna come up later. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is like I'm feeling sweaty. This is too tight, or whatever it is, or it might be just like, oh, I don't like the way this looks right now, or like whatever. I'll bring those up. Like, okay, you felt this last time. Do you think that's not gonna happen this time? You know what I mean? And then
I don't remember.
And then they'd have
like
to assess
uncomfortable
it.
shoes or something. Like I'm gonna worry about these heels. Like we
Yeah.
both know you worry about those heels. Your legs are gonna start.
I'm gonna
hurting.
be giving a piggyback ride later on today.
Yeah.
Like, you I hope you understand this might happen.
Yeah, that's true. But I have a problem with heels too. I'm a short guy.
Yeah.
So, bro, like, are you gonna look taller than me? What the heck, man? You serious?
And I love how he's looking up while he's saying
Yeah.
that.
You're
You
gonna
gonna
look
look taller than me?
I think Emilio actually needs a nun.
No. I love. No. Don't get me wrong. I love women with heels. It's just like I'm short. That's all.
Jared, what's your dress type? Huh?
I'm, as you see,
And I hope someone watches this.
Somebody's watching this.
I like.
I didn't know you could get red.
Shut up. What's that one store? I think Brandy Melville. I think.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I love everything in that store.
Not gonna lie, I like it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen it when I go to Yorkdale.
Like
That's nice.
my dress type is basically like whatever whatever makes you feel good, but like I'm still for like the white t-shirt, blue jeans. If you show
I think
if you show a
every
little
guy
bit like
loves that.
like a crop top
Yeah.
or whatever, I'm for that.
Yeah.
If you show like you want to wear a tank top, I'm for that.
Yeah.
Like tank top with a cardigan or whatever.
No,
With
that's
some
good,
pants
that's
on
good,
that.
yeah.
But I think it's Brandy Melville.
Oh.
I like that store, like with like the dresses or whatnot, like the very floor kind of stuff. I'm for it. I love it.
That's good. I know. That's good. That's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
You should
Oh.
crop that section. Just.
I was gonna say something too. Oh, going back, way back when you asked Emilio what's the deal breaker, I was gonna say my deal breaker.
Oh, what's your deal breaker? What's your like? No.
My deal breaker, my no is like it's odd because I'm gonna need to do some recon. I want to know how the other person. I forgot what I was gonna say. I want to know how the other person deals with conflict, like just pettiness, I guess.
Okay, and how would you figure that out?
I have to do some recon. Maybe like get with a friend, not get, but like talk to a friend.
Talk to a friend about it.
Like to
About
have-
her?
Yeah, but like because I know
There's a better way to do it.
I know.
There's a better way to do it.
But how would I know if that person?
I'll show you. I'll tell you the key, bro. If
What's
they
the
have
key?
siblings, how do they react with their siblings? Because that's how
agree.
you're weak. That's who you're weakest with.
I can agree.
That's who you're weakest with, 100%. So in the sense of like your emotional resilience to their acts towards you, to your reaction towards whatever they do to you. So if your sibling tells you, bro, that doesn't look good on you, and they're like, yo, shut up, and they start attacking the sibling back, you know what's gonna happen when she gets comfortable with you.
That's completely true.
When the person comes up to the
You can't change your deal breaker.
No.
that was wrong.
No.
But yeah, that's how you could. That's a good piece of value for the people that are out there looking for girls, or guys looking for, or girls looking for guys and guys looking for girls, or vice versa, or whatever you want. You know, do you boo boo as long as you don't touch me. Are you pausing?
No.
All right, good. Keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So see if they have siblings. See how they act with their siblings. That's how they're gonna act around you. People say like, see how they act with their mom. Like yes and no, but there's certain pieces where that wouldn't work out.
But you know, like the way you treat your mom is the way you're gonna treat your wife.
To a certain extent, but not all the time. Not completely.
But I can give you an idea. Kind
of. A bit, but better with siblings. Because with siblings, you're with your
that's
weakest when it comes to like their
because you
your
don't
reaction
your mom,
to them. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to one thing that I'm at fault with when it comes to how I live. When my mom would tell me to clean, like, oh, go do the dishes, I'd be like, okay, I'll do them. I'm not gonna do them right now. I'll do them, just not right now. If you give me time, those dishes will be cleaned by the end of today. Right? By the end of today, those dishes will be cleaned. But guess what happened by the end of the day? My mom wouldn't be patient enough, and she'd go ahead and clean them. So what does that tell? Subconsciously, what does that tell me? I don't gotta clean a single thing. Anytime you tell me, I'm not gonna do it because I know you're gonna do it by the end of the day. But not like I wouldn't act. But I wouldn't act on it. I wouldn't be like
wicked way to think.
No. But it's not like I didn't think it. It took me a while to realize it. It wasn't something that I was actively thinking. Does that make sense? It wasn't something where I was like, okay, I'll just let her do it. No. I was like, okay, I always had in my head, I'm gonna do it just by the end of the day. Like I'm tired. Like I'm lazy. I don't want to do anything right now. I will do it later. But then by the end of the day, it happened. Like my mom would just clean it. The thing that when it comes to living with anybody, and I bring that up to because that happened. It was a big shocker when I moved in with my girlfriend, where I wasn't cleaning. I wasn't doing my part. And you live with me, you know that I hate cleaning. It's annoying. Like if I'm lazy, I just want to leave the clothes there. But I've had to learn to be like, okay, I gotta pick up my stuff, and even then, I still leave it around sometimes. I look at it and I'm like, shoot, I know this is gonna cause something later. Like I gotta learn to be cleaner. But so that's where you can connect it to like how you treat your mom. But I think it's more, you could see more of the person of how they treat their siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter? Like, I come from all dudes.
Same thing.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the way my girlfriend treats her sisters. It's not how your girlfriend would treat her brothers.
She doesn't have any.
No. It's who they're most frustrated with. That's how they're gonna treat you.
Okay.
Just letting you know, because the thing is, because that's where they get more. Like I said, it's easier for them to react emotionally towards them. So on their weekdays, that's how they're gonna act around you.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Right?
No, that's a good point.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
You're processing things now. You're kind of like, I gotta meet their sister.
No, if you're wondering, we're high siblings, so we're good.
So
Okay, cool.
every single person you date, make sure they have a sibling, at least one.
What?
Yeah.
How would you deal with a single one?
Yeah. Okay. If they're
Maybe cousin.
then go look at how they treat their mom or their dad, and then go look at how they treat the waiter.
Oh, go back to my
The
point.
See how
The waiter?
The waiter.
What about the best friend?
See how they treat the waiter. Because the best friend they can hide shit from. Like,
No, but
see how they treat the waiter. Somebody.
You know,
that
I'm really
Wait,
comfortable
so
with you.
Can you hide stuff from your siblings?
not your emotions.
What do you mean?
You know them for the rest of your life.
You
I
can-
know when my brother's feeling depressed. I know when my
Okay,
brother's
I
feeling
agree.
happy.
Okay, that's
and I don't talk to my family for like 6 months in a row. Like I'm that's bad on me. I should probably talk to them more. But still, like you still know who your family. You still have that connection. So
you
know when somebody.
kind of know you're off.
Yeah.
You okay? You okay there?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Living with somebody even for like 2 years, me and Emilio,
Yeah.
I know when this guy's like having an off day because I could just look at his eyes and be like, "Bro, you okay?" Like there's a crease missing where your eye is here. Like you know what I mean? Like little things like that where you
Yeah.
know those small stuff. right? So you can't really hide everything. You can hide a few things, like if you're doing weed or something. But you can't really like, hide
Yeah,
everything.
you can hide weed, but you cannot hide your feelings. There you
One more cut.
Exactly.
Okay.
Welcome back. All right, so I don't know where we left off because Jeremy wasn't recording. So we're gonna jump into something that we were supposed to get into next week, but we're getting to it now. What was it? Brand transparency, or hold on, you had a word for it here. It was industrialization and commercialization. The fuck does that mean?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna write this out here because I don't remember. Cool trends that get commercialized. Fidget spinners, the goo. You remember talking about it?
Yeah.
Fidget spinners, the goo, selling probably brand new stuff on Instagram that you can't get in stores. Like, let's pretend like for some reason there's like LED strips that people make and they put like, I don't know, like a stamp on it to like illuminate differently. Like companies who like, this is cool, I want a piece of the pie, we're gonna make it, mass produce it, and whatever. I think it was a prime example of fidget spinners because I'm pretty sure it was this one dude who made a fidget spinner, and then you just see like those big box stores start selling it.
Didn't they buy it from him though?
That's what I'm saying though. Like that's
Yeah.
not cool no more.
Well, I mean, I think the market kills everything, unless it's meant to last.
Like let's pretend you make a trend,
Mm-hmm.
like something that you thought that was cool. Like you create like
I don't know, brand of cases, like phone case.
a phone case, but
Yeah.
for some reason for like journalists or whatever. Like,
Yeah, okay, cool.
Like, it comes like a highlighter or whatever, like, or you can scan something or whatever. And a company saw it and they kind of made their own interpretation of it and they try to commercialize on your idea.
No, I think that's.
What are your thoughts, Jared? Because I feel like you're more passionate about this than we are. So like, go off. Feel free
If you don't-
to go off.
Go off.
Yeah,
and,
if you wanna
I'll
say
give
Walmart,
my-
you know,
I think
Walmart.
that times are changing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In terms of, I'm thinking about the 80s, 90s, probably early 2000s, that everything was like, you go to school, you work for a big time company. Probably you can make like briefcases or something. I'm a big time worker for briefcases. Like
Okay.
I make it, I could whatever, but so on and so forth. But I'm for the privatization groups now. Little pockets of groups like a street right here, like who needs a whole kind of broad spectrum of production value or whatnot. I'm for the small groups of people that go out of their way to make quality briefcases.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay. No, well, the example that you made at the beginning about, let's say, the phone case and then stuff like that, if somebody sees it or some other companies and they're trying to get your idea, if you don't pattern that, you're.
Oh, another example was
That's
I'm
not-
not too sure if you're doing into gaming. Like we call it esports.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
esports is basically when I remember it from when I used to play games. It's just a group of dudes in like a hotel kind of hall playing games for the fun of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're renting out stadiums. They're renting out gear.
And they're getting paid.
They're
And
renting.
they're getting paid, yeah,
Getting
and
paid.
it's getting,
Like
it's
bank,
getting
like
big.
I think it
Getting
was.
big.
I
So,
think
but you
Ninja-
understand what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
privatization group
Yeah.
commercialized, and they get in the racks or whatever. I'm not a fan of that.
You're not a fan.
No,
How come?
I think.
Because
why,
it just-
yeah. Why aren't you?
I feel like you just butcher the culture. I'm for the ars longa stuff, like the art for the art of it. You know what I mean?
Like, are you talking about like Supreme type of thing? Because Supreme isn't commercialized.
Yeah, like
Well, it kind of is, but it isn't because you.
Because
can't-
I
Do you-
feel-
okay, what do you means commercialized?
I
Like
think-
selling it at Walmart?
I think just kind of like a big kind of like Walmart with like I don't know if you would know this, but like they made like a gaming PC worth a line. Gaming PCs as in, I think they called it overpowered, whatever. Walmart doesn't sell gaming PCs to start with.
Mm-hmm.
And when they did it horribly. They marketed it horribly. The specifications did not match up to the price points. And the thing that, like, how come a company that doesn't know anything about so-and-so? That's like saying, like, Fox News sponsoring or kind of get, like, an esports line. What does Fox know about esports? You know what I mean?
Nothing. Yeah, nothing.
They don't know anything. So that's what I'm saying, like, I guess they hop on the back. I call it hop on the bandwagon.
But here's the thing: you just proved that the marketplace keeps things that are supposed to be kept because
I have one more point, though. The reason why I don't like it too much is because I feel like when money gets in the mix of the agenda, it's completely changed.
I know where you're coming from.
Like Walmart, like you want to be that big whatever box store or whatever, cool.
Yeah.
But like, do you value your customers enough to have like? I feel like if they want to do it right, you should have marketed one correctly, have the price points correctly, have whatever correctly. You didn't do that correctly, so what's the point?
Well, so the problem,
you're just doing it for the sake of doing it.
You know what's the problem there also, because they do, of course, they do it for the money. But the thing is so easy since they are a big company. They're a big company. Oh, heck, they just do it the same way they do it. In reality, they don't study the market. They don't do the research.
They don't hire the right people to
exactly.
Because to your point, if Fox News was to go into esports, they would hire somebody that knows the heck out of esports. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to like get like to evaluate, okay, this is the culture. This is what we can talk about. This is what we can't talk about. This, that, and the other. If Walmart was to be like, okay, let's hire the guys from PS4 or Xbox. Let's hire some homies that got fired, that were at the top, whatever, and then just like move them over here, get them paid a little bit more, make another line of
like if you do it properly, for sure.
But when it comes to like you just said they tried to make their own gaming it was a gaming console that you said. It was a Walmart. They tried to.
Gaming computer line.
Gaming computer. Okay, cool.
Hold on, sorry. Soldier Boy. You heard that Soldier phone, Soldier console. What the Soldier Boy?
Did you hear what happened? Nobody received their stuff.
Oh, actually?
Everybody ordered it. Nobody received anything.
Bro, I saw a video. I thought it was fake. Mm-hmm. You know Soldier Boy?
Not too aware.
You know
Soldier Boy up in it.
The rapper. He's a rapper.
Okay.
And he made his own gaming line of consoles. What does Soldier Joe know about consoles? And then after, I think when his consoles got hacked because it was legit like an import out of China.
It was, and it didn't get to anybody. Like people ordered them, paid for them, didn't get.
And then after when that got caught, because he had games on it that had licenses, so that's illegal. He was like, all right, let me make a Soldier phone. What does Soldier Boy know about phones? And he's just like, it's a market, you know, like we gotta push this with like you don't know what the smallest thing. That's
people
the thing.
don't know the market.
You're doing it for the sake of doing it. I'm just like, who's gonna buy it? Who are you? Like you have like no kind of like it's legit like a rebranded phone. Mm-hmm. Like they had like the specs, they get it and they just redistribute. That's it.
Yeah, I think
I'm getting so passionate is because people don't put the care and thought into it. Because like my dad has this old stereo system at home. I know this is completely off topic. It's weird. We had this stereo system at home. My dad had this stereo system before we were even born. This stereo system is probably like 30 years at least, and it works perfectly because it's quality. It's not some guy that says, "Let me make this, let me commercialize it because money's in the mix." It's this one guy that says, "I want a good product for people to have last for like 50 years now," and they made this like I'm telling you, the box is all hardwood. The amps is there, the whatever, and we've been blasting it, and it's been working. It's probably like a weird example, but quality.
No, but I understand where you're coming from because
now people are like, what's the cheapest way we can make this? What's the cheapest way to distribute it? And what's the way you can put more money in our pockets?
But then you have companies. But here's the thing: companies that last make quality products.
So do you think that? I personally think that's no quality products no more.
There are quality products. Look at an iPhone. Yeah, it shuts down after a year, but that's because it's a resale. You're gonna have to buy the new one. It's still a quality product. They just have to, if they wanted to. Like, Apple's great marketers. This shit shuts down after a year for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's because the new one comes out.
By the way,
year.
we're not gonna be sponsored by Apple. Definitely, we're not going to be sponsored by Apple.
No, but like, you know what I mean? Love them. I have an iPhone, super simple to use, love their software, and it's a quality product. Tell me if I'm wrong. It's a quality phone. It's quality. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I mean,
but it runs out after a year because that's just how the market works. For Bose speakers, I've had my Bose speaker for a while now, and as this guy, I blast my music. Very rarely am I down. Like from full volume because I love music and I love to blast it. I love to get out of my mind with it.
So let's say like.
But I get what you're talking about. When it comes to people faking their stuff. When it comes to people faking their products.
Like a professor here, it says, "Screw it, I'm dropping out. I'm making a speaker that's like the cheapest way I can make it. Doesn't sound good at all, and people are buying it." How would you feel?
Okay, that is stupid consumer. That's just stupid consumer.
Yeah,
period. Like who buys
the guys smart.
Whoever bought Soldier Boy's consoles, you're stupid.
I would have bought it for the fun of it.
Depending how expensive.
But you see, people think that way though. People think that way.
It depends how expensive it is.
Because the guy, you gotta be idiot. You gotta be either an idiot or you gotta be super smart. Because people think that I want to buy it for the fun of it. You know, even they lose money. What the heck? I lost money, but it was fun though.
A great example of it. A great example would be when Logan Paul was starting off his vlogs. He was making merchandise. When merchandise is only like it's limited time because they create it, they make it, and then they sell it off, and then whatever's left, like that's it. What would happen is that people would buy it, resell it on eBay. A $30 shirt now costed $200 to $300 from, and this wasn't Supreme. This was Logan Paul. This was a vlogger. This was a dude. Like, I don't know where I'm going with this, but like, okay. What I was trying to get is, when it comes to quality products and Soulja Boy and consoles, if you know who you are as a brand, Logan Paul knew who he was. He'll sell merchandise. He won't sell a console. He won't sell a phone. Like, I think that's people overestimating their own abilities. Soulja Boy's overestimating his own abilities. And he's done that with boxing too, because he gets called out for it, and he doesn't want to do it because he's, I think I'll finish my sentence.
I guess you gotta understand your marketing, you gotta understand. Also, what you're good at, you know what I mean? If you sell music, go off and sell music and just do the music, you know what I mean?
If he wants to go into selling headphones or speakers, that's different.
That's completely different.
Because he's in the
related
studio.
To the market.
Drake.
Yes.
Exactly.
Or Ray J.
Yeah. Who's Ray J?
I don't know who Ray J is.
Kim Kardashian sex tape.
I don't keep up with
Ooh, put that in the
Kardashians.
clickbait. I think I just spit on you, Bobby. So.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, so I think when it comes to, like, if you know who you are, you know your industry, and if you don't know who you are, you need to find somebody that knows that. If you don't know about an industry you want to get into, you need to find somebody that's in that industry to get to know it. And now you have YouTube, so you don't actually have to have a conversation with the person. If you can, it's more valuable. But I mean, you have YouTube. If you want to learn about an industry, Google it.
Google it, you do it for like a year though. It's not like 2 days and that's it. Okay.
Yeah, no. I mean, I wouldn't even say like maybe a year. Maybe like, it depends on the person, but you could go through a year's worth of content in a month. Like it's.
If you, well, again, you just
if
said
people
it,
can
you have to
graduate
pay
college.
rent.
Do you think school is like that kind of prime example of commercialization or industrialization? Like, let's say.
School is a fidget spinner purchased from China.
What? Oh, maybe, yeah. No, let's say like there's a trend, like George, for some reason, he has a job that you can't teach in school. You're like the first philanthropist vlogger with like that made like the first slipper or something, right? I don't know. I'm just thinking. And you were like, okay, Golf Humber comes up to you and be like, yo, we want to pay you the X amount of money to teach whatever you did. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I'd be cool with that, but there's a difference. Because I have experience. If we're talking about that stuff, like if you hire someone that has,
because there's gonna be jobs.
Wait, hold on. But you hire, when it comes to, back to college and university, my thoughts on it, it's a waste of time. It's a purpose-filled place for purpose-filled people. Doctors, lawyers, and people that need those documents to get to where they want to get to. If you don't need the document, don't get the damn document. I was having a conversation with my girlfriend's family, and one of her sisters wanted to go into police foundations.
You need a document for police foundations.
Huh?
You need a document.
No, you don't. They're hiring civilians.
Oh, yeah?
Civilians and training, that's all. You don't need training outside. No experience. It's civilians. You know how pissed off I am at colleges for taking advantage of things like that? Like, it pisses me off that colleges want to take it. Here's a scam. Oh, God.
By the way, we're in a college. Yes.
Yeah, we are. I'm throwing complete shade in the person's house. So it's... Tell me if you don't think this is a scam. Colleges and universities sell English degrees and diplomas in North America.
Well, that's a scam, yeah, of course. That's a scam.
Wait, what's a scam?
You speak English! What else do you need? You've taken English literature from grade 9
I just want
to
to know.
12.
Like,
Yeah, from grade 9 to 12. You know how to write. The best writers, even if people tell me, oh, but I wanted to be a teacher, like whatever. Like you don't have to go through English to become an English teacher. You can go into something else, whatever, doesn't matter. But English itself, like, dude, there's people that come out of high school that can go teach English in Korea.
That's true. That's
a job. True. And they pay for your housing and everything else. Go there. You know what I mean? But okay, what I'm trying to get at, why I think it's a complete scam for your money, is because the English diploma and degree are for people that want to be quote unquote writers. The best writers in the world didn't have a degree in English. They just wrote.
Yeah, you gotta master your craft.
And it's by practice, and it's not by coming into school and having a professor that just because they read some books,
Yeah, no.
they now have the ability. Bro,
I can't agree with that because at the end of the day, I've been realizing that colleges, instead of like the meaning of teaching is not there anymore, especially nowadays with this political correctness crap. And the meaning of teaching doesn't mean anymore. They just need your money. Okay, give us the money, and then come and learn. But what you're learning basics that you can actually learn anywhere else. You know what I mean? You can even self-taught yourself on those kind of situations. Again, I agree with you in saying like if you need to be a lawyer, if you need to be a doctor, all that kind of, that's great. That's great. You go for school for that.
I think it was.
But in reality, if you don't have to, you don't need to go to college, and I do agree with that.
I think it was Jordan Peterson that said this.
Mm-hmm.
The Harvard professor. He's a huge advocate for Marxism.
Wait up. Jordan Peterson?
Yeah.
He's not, I don't think that's an advocate for Marxism.
Yeah, he wrote a book. He always refers to the Communist Manifesto.
No,
We'll fact check after.
No,
but like, whatever I'm saying doesn't have to do with whatever.
Okay.
He said that I think someone asked him, "What do you think someone out of high school should do?" And he should have said, "Do a trade." Because you need a piece of paper to do the trade. You need to be a certified electrician or
what's it called? What are the people that plunge stuff?
plumbers.
Plumbers, electricians.
You should do a trade because everything you ever want to know is online. And all it takes is that one guy to grab all those documents together, make a test, and send you a degree online. That's all it takes.
Yeah. And you pay very minimal for that. You pay what you get out of that because first month those degrees.
Capitalism. He was capitalism.
Capitalism. I was gonna say
capitalism. Sorry, it's capitalism.
I was gonna say I don't think he advocates for Marxism.
Capitalism.
But yeah, I think that's when it comes to this. When it comes to college, university, and that stuff, man, it's such a waste for any student that goes in not knowing what they want to do. If like, you know how many conversations teachers have, like conversations, more like they'll go in front of the class and be like, "So what do you want to do with this program?" And you have a student that says, this pisses me off about teachers. The student will answer that question with, "Oh, I don't know yet." It's the teacher's responsibility to say, "You should get out of here. You should not be paying for this because they're stealing your money." It's the teacher's responsibility. If you really freaking care about the students that are in front of you, you should be honest with the person and say, listen, what you just told me, this is after class, what you just told me that you don't know what to do, I think you should drop out and get some entry-level job somewhere in an industry where you have a curiosity for.
I think I completely agree with
you. You get paid and you get experience.
For sure.
So
because you know what it happens that high school students, for the sake of parents or for the sake of anything.
Oh, I'm blaming parents.
You know,
I'm blaming parents.
That's why
they get out of the
school.
school. They get out of the school and they go right away to university, and they just go and first of all they get into debt because mainly they get into debt, and then they take 2-3 years of something that you know what I don't think this is. Of course. Not always the same situation. There are people who actually. There is a friend of mine. He's actually graduating from a program he took, and he's doing great. But many people don't do that. Why don't you instead go out, get a job first, work some money out, find out what you want, and then go to school.
Yeah.
And then if you wanna go to school, if you make money, if you're 22 and you're making $150,000 a year, what the hell are you gonna go back to school for? You know what I mean? Like there is no need to. But there are people who wants to go to school. That's great. But the people when they go out of they go out of high school and they want to start college. Okay, what do you want to do? I don't know. I think this might be good. What do you mean you don't know? If you don't know, bro, go get a job. Secondly, people there are some parents who tell the kids, you know what? I don't want you to work while you study. Because that might be too much. Focus on school.
That's babying.
That's the worst thing you can do to a kid.
That's the dumbest thing you can do.
The worst thing you can do.
That threw me out. He's like, you're working.
No.
Boom.
I was having a conversation with a kid a few days ago where I was walking him through what I do aside from this, and he was asking me what's it called? Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought. Crap.
Baby.
I hate when this happens.
parents?
No, okay, because he kept giving me excuses. He kept talking to me, telling me that I have a part-time job, I have school, and then I have something that I'm working on the side. And I told him all I hear is excuse 1, excuse 2, and excuse number 3. Because to be completely honest with you, I live by myself, meaning I pay my own rent and all of my expenses. All of my expenses. I go to school and I've been able to graduate. I have a full-time job because of the hours that I have a full-time job, and on top of that, I have this podcast to take care of, and on top of that, I have a side business that I'm growing. So somebody give me another excuse. There's nobody that can come to me saying I can't do something because of my time. No, I'm sorry. It's about priorities and about where you place them. After he said that, he's like, that makes so much sense. He's like, so do you think you should be more time constrained? You should put a focus on time constraints. And I said yes, because if you only have an hour to do something, guess what? It's gonna be done in that hour. There's so much that you could finish in an hour. People don't know. People don't understand that. That's why I prefer profits over wages.
Yeah.
Profits over wages. Profits can be brought within an hour just because profits are brought by results. Wages are brought throughout an entire day, and you're paid what you cost to replace you.
And there is.
Hold on, I want to make sure people hear this. You're paid what it costs to replace you.
Well, no, that's true. And sometimes companies, they don't realize things, but you work, let's say, 8 hours in a day. Say something like 8 hours a day. In reality, you're not working 8 hours a day. You're probably working 6, maybe 5 hours. The other 2 or 3 hours, you're actually just chilling around.
Yeah.
Just doing something.
I come in, you loaf for an hour.
Yeah, exactly. And
then
you're getting paid.
You loaf for another hour.
Yeah. And you're getting paid. So I agree with you. The other thing that parents do wrong when they send kids to college and they don't let them work, where are the work ethics coming from? Where do you think the work ethics are gonna come from? They go out.
The kid better be coming in with hundreds. Like that's like if you're not coming in with hundreds.
Literally. Why? Because you get out of school. You never ever had a job, so you don't know how to go to a job interview, right? You don't know how to check your hand. You don't know how to do anything. Then you don't have work ethic. Oh, I'm so tired. I don't want to work. Shut up! What are you doing? What are you saying? Go get up and go and work. You know.
And okay, I want, for people that don't know, what's it called? For people that think that we're just talking trash, Emilio has a little sister, and that's
and that's what she did.
From experience, that's how he talks to his sister in a very loving tone, obviously. But if someone was
to be your son.
If someone ever comes up to to Emilio, if your son ever comes up to you and tells you and gives you an excuse about like, oh, I don't think I should work because I'm studying hard. First things first, shut up. Yeah, I know you tell him to shut up. Literally. And I know you tell them your reasons as to why they should work. And I had, by the way, putting this out there, our friend Wanda, I told when he's very serious about school. I told him, bro, you should be getting hundreds. Like this guy's a genius. You should be getting.
This guy's a genius.
You should be getting. I told him you should be getting 100% on your tests, and he's like, that's impossible. That's impossible. Wait, 1 year later, he came up to me. He's like, you were right. And I'm like, what was I right about? 'Cause it's 1 year. I fucking forgot. He's like, I got 100. I'm getting 100% on my tests. It's because you got to put yourself there. Mentally. If you don't allow yourself mentally to get there, it's not gonna get there. All right. We love y'all. So are we doing an extended version, or are we just gonna add it to a video? Do an extended audio. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'll do extended audio.
Yeah, for the people that are listening for a while. Okay. So there's gonna be an extended audio at the end of this. For the people that want to listen to it, it's on the Anchor app. It's the first link that should be posted once we post this video. Thank you guys for watching. We love you. We care for you. We respect you. And like and subscribe. And if y'all could share this to families, friends, whoever, we'd highly appreciate that. I love y'all.
We all know there's someone you thought about with that.
Later, Doug.